So in this session we're looking at the style of Modigliani, the artist who produced these really simplified, stretched portraits of people. Not much detail at all, but you can still see that it is a human face, even though the features are slightly strange in places. And what I'm going to be asking you to do, or to start today, is you're going to produce a Modigliani version of your original portrait. Now, eventually we're going to be doing this as a painting. But what I want to do first of all today is I want to just produce a simplified sketch, an A4 size sketch of this, just so you get an idea as to what it could look like. To do this, it's always useful, well, first of all, to have your original sketch with you. It's useful to have a Modigliani picture next to you as well, so that you can keep referring to it, just to make sure that you're going to get features correct, etc. Okay, I think I'll just put it up there out of the way. So what we're going to do, to start with, you draw it out in pretty much the same way that you did the original picture, except that you make things simpler. So I'm going to start with the eyes, then the nose, then the mouth, then the shape of the face. I'm going to start about a third of the way down my piece of paper. And one thing about Modigliani's work is you don't need to worry if things go slightly wonky. Right? They did in his work. Those eyes are not perfectly level. They're slightly wonky. Okay, so don't worry if it is a little bit off when you draw out this picture. So we're going to have basic shape there for the eyes. Where the nose is concerned, a lot of people make the mistake in that they draw the nose coming from the corner of the eyes. It doesn't happen like that. The nose comes round the eyes and then flows into the eyebrows. So you get a shape like that going round there. Something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to stretch this nose down. I've got a slight wobble in my nose there. So I'm going to include that in, but I'm going to make it go longer. And when we come to the end here, this time we don't need to go in a complete circle around there. We can just stop it there and we look at how Modigliani drew the detail of the nose. Very, very simple. And what you actually find that he did was he would get a line coming down and up, virtually as simple as that. Little shape like that, and then you could just draw the nostril bit coming round the side there. No more detail than that is needed. Now, where the mouth's concerned, Modigliani did very small mouths. Not very wide at all. So that's what you're going to do here. You're going to look at your original picture and try and get the same sort of shape, but we're going to make it much smaller. So no bigger than that, really. And then we can get that bottom lip on there. And you've got your basics of your face there sorted out. I'll just put the thickness of the eyebrows on. There, and again, simple shapes. You don't need to bother about drawing in every strand of hair. Simple as that. Now for the shape of the face, we're going to make it a U shape. Okay, so coming down at the side here and down at the side here, we're then going to really stretch that chin. So bring it down, something like that. Notice how I'm doing this. I'm not just doing one straight line. I'm just sketching little lines at a time, coming round there, something like that. Regarding the top of the head, well, it's going to go up here, and I have a slight bit of shape there where what little hair I've got is just coming in a little bit like so. So just coming down and then around there. And again, we get the top of the hair around there. In your realistic portrait, You're drawing all the lines of the hair in. With this one, you don't need to. Just bring it down either side there. Just working with that basic shape. Where the ears are concerned, they started around the eyes there. They finish roughly where the nose is. So we're going to stretch them out a little bit, but again, they're just like, well, they're almost like little sausages on the side of your face. Basic shapes. Don't worry about detail at all. Put my earring on. Put a little shape like that on there. Now where the neck's concerned, don't do a tiny thin neck. Okay, we still, the neck was still in proportion with the head, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it go longer. So coming down something like that, and then we can have it curving round into the collar. Get a simple shape on there for the collar. And where the shoulders are concerned, normally my shoulders would come straight across. We're going to do a Modigliani version shoulder, and that's going to come off down at an angle like that. Once you've done that, you can also consider, are you putting anything in the background? In the background of this picture, there's some pictures on the wall, which I quite like those shapes. So I'm going to put them on there. Something like that there. Modigliani often put the corner of a room in. Just a very simple line. And look on that picture there, you can actually see just a corner coming down here. You know, you might want to put that in. I'm going to put one in on this side here. Just a line coming straight down here. And that's your basic idea mapped out. Okay. What you can then do is, as I said, you're going to do a painting of this next time, but just for today, just use pencil crayon to add some colour to work out what colours you want. Do you want to show quite a sombre, calm mood using blues or greens in the background? Do you want it brighter and happier? You could put yellows, oranges in the background if you wanted to make a brighter picture. This one's quite a calm and sombre using that blue. So test it out with your pencil crayon on here and see what you can do. Okay, let's see how it goes.